All right, hello everybody. I'm back at it again today. Just trying to do my weekly series again where I try to talk about things that I've been enjoying the past week. Trying to just put a little bit of positivity back into the world because I need positivity right now. And just to continue briefly from last week, I've still been watching The Acolyte. I've been enjoying that. Episode 5 was really good. Had a lot of great action in it. I think there will probably still be some people online talking about how it breaks the canon. I don't care about that. I'm enjoying the story for what it is. I'm enjoying kind of the plot details they're putting out there. And I'm interested to see where it goes. Some spoilers for episode 5. It's been a week, so you might have seen it if you're interested in it. But, I mean, it was a very hard-hitting episode. They didn't hold anything back. Again, spoilers, deciding to kill off Jackie and Yord. They weren't pulling their punches, and I appreciate that with the show. So I have really been enjoying that. Kind of one random thought that I had after seeing the episode. And again, spoilers for The Acolyte, maybe also some spoilers for episode 2 of the prequel trilogy. If you haven't seen that, I kind of feel like I owe an apology to George Lucas because I remember seeing episode 2 in the theaters and thinking, the romance arc of that just seemed so stupid. Like, especially if you watch other things like Red Letter Media, they make fun of how, Anakin basically confesses to, murdering all of the Sand People, like the men, women, and children, to Padme. But by the end of the movie, she still falls in love with him and marries him. And just kind of looking at the time and seeing, are you sure? Are you sure somebody would actually do that? And yet, after the most recent episode of The Acolyte, I've been on threads. I see a bunch of people posting images of this new supposed Sith Lord, played by, I think, Manny Jacinto. I'm not sure how to say that name. Where they're sort of saying, I can fix him, referencing that Taylor Swift song. I don't know if it's, ironic or serious, maybe a bit of both, depending on who's posting it. But I'm starting to see that. And I think back to my thoughts on the Padme Anakin love story in episode 2. And I'm starting to think, George Lucas, maybe I owe you an apology. Maybe you understand more than I thought you did at the time. But anyway, that's The Acolyte. That's still streaming on Disney+. If you're a Disney+ subscriber, I recommend giving it a watch. I think it's decent. Okay. Moving on. Next thing that I really fell into last week, and I've enjoyed a lot, cartoon series on Max, or I guess you can see it on TV the day before it releases on Max. But My Adventures with Superman. I just started watching that the past week. I was really surprised with how good it was. I like the animation style. I'm a big sort of fan for hand-drawn animation. Looks, rather, anime style. I think it's really good. I'm enjoying it. Superman is voiced by Jack Quaid, who you might know from The Boys. I think he does a good job voicing Superman. And, watching the series, it reminds me a bit of that old CW show, Smallville, that I watched many years ago when I was growing up. And it sort of reminded me of it in this way. Certainly in My Adventures with Superman, we see kind of a younger Superman, a younger Clark Kent. He's still figuring out his powers, and he's still figuring out where he's from. At the beginning of the series, he doesn't know a lot about Krypton or his origins. And, that's kind of similar to what they did in Smallville a lot, where it focused a lot on Clark Kent learning his powers and, again, learning where he came from. Just the big differences being, Smallville focused on him more as a teenager in high school. He's more young adult, early 20s, I suppose. Just starting his career at the Daily Planet as I get overexposed by the sun. He's still learning about his powers and his history. But it sort of differs from Smallville in that he is wearing the iconic Superman suit. He is flying around a bit, which, in Smallville, they really held back from those two things. Smallville, they had this very strict no tights, no flights rule that they kind of followed up until the series finale. But so far, with my adventures with Superman, I think the storylines have been really good. I like the interplay between, Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lane and Clark Kent, and I think there's a lot of decent stuff going on in this episode. Or going on in this series. I managed to binge all of season 1. I've caught up through season 2 up to the current episode. So just waiting for the next episode to drop, and yeah, really enjoying it. So again, recommend that you give that a try. Not a lot else to talk about this week. I did do one thing this week. I did get myself a new iPad Air. So maybe next week the things I talk about will be my sort of quasi-review or experience with the iPad Air 1 week in. So far, spoilers, I've been enjoying the device. It's been a really nice device for consuming media, creating, some small content. Maybe I'll try to edit this video on it and post it, and just generally having fun with it. Okay, so a bit of a shorter video this week. I have some other stuff going on that I need to take care of, but I didn't want to miss out on a week, so I'll put this up for you. Episode 6 of The Acolyte might be out by the time I post this, so we'll see what they do in the 6th episode. But yeah, have fun, everybody. Again, if you're enjoying the video, please comment, like, give it a subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. All right, bye-bye, everybody.